Hi, welcome. Now I am going to show you how to create a dependent list box in Excel. Okay, so what I am going to do is here I am going to create a region list box and a country list box. This country list box is dependent on the region list box. That's my objective. Okay, so for that I have a set of data here, which is two column data, which is a region and the country. The region, I have three regions. One is Asia, the other one is Europe, and the third one is Africa. Okay, similarly I have countries. Those countries belong to Asia, and other set is the European countries and the African countries. Okay, so my objective is, first I will create a region list box, and after that I will create a country list box, then make the country list box dependent to region list box. Okay, so this can be done in many ways, but what I am going to show is a simple way, but a little bit manual, but it will give you more understanding. So after you get more understanding of how to create the dependent list box, you can go for an advanced level. Okay, so the first one is that I will create a region list box. Go to data. In region you have data validation. Okay, in the data validation you have a pop-up will be listed out here. It will show you the validation criteria. The validation criteria must be list, because you are going to create a list box. Okay, here, so when you select a list here, then automatically it will create a list box and show all the values whichever you show it, you select it here in the source. So source is going to be a range. So which range for region list box? It is a region range. Okay, which is in the column A. So go to the selection, the range selection, which is from the column A, all the regions. Okay, so close, then it is put OK. Then you can see here in the region you have all the regions are here, but with the duplication. So we know there is one problem we need to address, that we need to remove this duplication. Okay, that is the region list box. Okay, fine, we'll go to the country list box. Similarly, we'll create a country list box using the data, then go to the data tools, which is here in the data tools group, then click on this. Is a data validation. It will come up with a pop-up. Again, select the validation criteria as list, then you get a source as the country range, which is from here A22, B22, B34, 33 values. Then close, OK, put OK to data validation. You see all the countries are here, irrespective of any region. So the region list box, you have all the regions, is independent of country list box. Similarly, country list box is independent of region list box. You can select any country for any region. Okay, so now we have two things to address. One is make the region list box to show only the unique regions, not the duplicated regions. The second problem is the country to show only the country belongs to whichever region selected in the region list box. So make this country list box as dependent of region list box. Okay, to make first problem, we need to make it this is unique. For that, what I'm going to do, we can use the unique function, but for this video I'm not using the unique function to show the manual step how we are doing it, so that to have a more understanding. Copy, I put it in a column C. Okay, fine, I put it in a column C. So column C is nothing but column A, which is full region. I'm going to make it a unique of the region. Go to data. Again, in the data tools you have a remove duplicates. Okay, the remove duplicates, if you click remove duplicates, it will ask you whether to expand the selection or only for this column. I want to continue with current selection, which is only for this column. So the column C needs to be, the duplicates needs to be removed. Okay, remove duplicates. Then you have, it is ask you, column is the header, which is the region. Do you want to remove the duplicates? Yes. Okay, you have only 3 unique values remain, which is Asia, Europe and Africa. So this is the range you need to put it in the region list box, not the column A, only the unique values. Okay, go back, we are going to correct this range. Go back to the column F1 list box, which is a region list box. Go to data, then go to data validation. In the data validation, change the source to C1 to C3, okay, which is the unique value of regions. Okay, then press OK. Now let's see what happened to the region list box. It will show you only the 3 unique regions, either it's Asia or Europe or Africa. Okay, now whatever value we select here, the corresponding countries must come here. Okay, if I select the Asia in the region list box, only the Asian countries must come here, not all the countries. For that, what I'm going to do is that I will go and make it as a name range for these 3 region countries. So instead of I just pick everything from this B, I want to pick only a range of countries from B. Okay, that range is associated with the value what I select here. So what I'm going to do, all the Asian countries select, I will go to give a name, range name as Asia. Okay, then enter. So this Asian countries given a name range, which is Asia. Similarly, Europe countries, I am going to give a name range Europe. Okay, then enter. Then finally, African countries, I am going to give the name range Africa. Okay, then enter. So what happens is that the name range is there like the region. So whenever something is selected here, same range can be sent it to the source of country list box. That will solve our problem. This one is bit manual, but this video, my first video, is a elementary way of creating the dependent list box, because you will understand what is the thing happening here. Then later you can move on to the advanced level of creating the unique regions, as well as using the offset or X lookup for the country set. That one we will do it later, but now what I am going to do is that I am going to put the source as F. Before that, you see in the F, if I see, I am going to use a function indirect. What is indirect is doing that if you give a name range, it will bring the list from the name range. So whatever text you are giving, that text can be converted to name range. So if I give here a text of Asia, okay, then it will give you the list of name range Asia values. You can see here, which is nothing but this. So similarly, the indirect of Europe will give you the Europe list. Okay, so the name range, if you give the text of some text, that will look for the name range of that text and bring that value. That is the indirect is doing. Okay, so what I'm going to do is that I'm going to use the indirect function here for the source here. So go here again, edit the list box. So instead of here I selected the whole B. Instead I want when the f1 value, the same range must come here. So f1 is Asia is selected, then Asia name range must come here. Automatically we already defined Asia name ranges countries of Asia. So this is equal to indirect of the text selected here. Okay, so if you select Asia in the f1 list box, then that will be converted to Asia name range and bring the values of Asia as a source. Okay, so this is equal to okay. Now you see if I select Europe, then Europe is the text passed on to the source, and you can see the Europe countries will be listed here. Okay, see here Europe is starting with Russia, so it is listed here with the Russia, Italy and Belgium, just all the countries. If I go and select Asia, I can select Asian countries automatically. If I go for Africa, the list box will contain only the African countries. So this way, using the indirect function, this will bring only the name range of that region. Okay, so in this to recap, what we have done is that we created in list box of f1, which is the region list box that will be unique values of region. Okay, then we use the we just define the name range with the Asian countries Asia, Europe countries Europe, African countries Africa. Then we came here, used that indirect function. Okay, indirect function to get that indirect. Okay, indirect of that name text which is selected in uh, region list box. So that will converted to the name range, then that name range will bring the countries belongs to only that region. Okay, so I just add this Excel as a link to free download, so that you can also understand download and see whether you know how it is created. But this video is helpful to you. Hope you like this video, and start using Excel and enjoy. God bless you.